us have different music interests, and every time we get together, we just put out our ideas and figure out what's the best sound we can get out of this idea. We don't want to repeat or copy any sound that already exists. We're just trying our best to do something new. Normally I'll write lyrics separately and we have a song structure. We just go into rehearsal space and improvise. That process is probably a couple of months long, and then we go to studio and record it. Just like crazy loud, he said it's all about your dreams. Despite all the time. I mean, we love a lot of bands from New York, like Ramones, and the 80s No Wave scene, and Sonic Youth, and avant-garde composer like Steve Reich, Fifth Bass. And also there's a New Zealand band called The Clean. They're one of my favorite bands, and I think Carsick has been influenced by them a lot. We're also really into pop. I think it's noise and pop song. The perfect example for me is the Ramones. They have 2 minutes, 3 minutes, perfect pop song and lyrics, and that's the songwriting hero for me. In the 90s, there's a lot of CD shipping to China as garbage. We can still play those CD, even they have a cut. So a lot of music fans find a way to look for new music. That created a small scene that people go to record shop and communicate and introduce new music to each other.
Some people might think it's a bold statement, but I would say I think Beijing is actually producing more interesting and original music than almost any other city in the world. For the exact same reason you sort of just described, is that in the 90s and zeros, suddenly the internet opened this massive, the whole Pandora's box of music. They've got a much wider source of inspiration. Every band sounds quite different. I think they're great music. The more developed world is much more of a tribal thing going on, where you sort of define yourself by your music. If you're a punk, you only hung out with punks and go see punk shows. Whilst in China, there's none of that yet. It might happen, but it's still very open and a lot of changeover. He wrote a hip-hop song 2 months ago, which was awesome. It was in a noise band. So there's a lot of crossover, which I think is quite exciting.
In Beijing music scene, there are already a transition about different generations. When we started, it's more like a straight rock sound, and for a younger generation, I think they see older band like us, and they maybe have some influence from our generation, but they also listen to much more music, much wider taste.
I think they're a perfect example of how healthy and thriving and vibrant the Beijing music scene is now, because they've all got one band near one band. There's a constant crossover, bands looking for a drummer, do you know something like this? And that feeds into this great creativity machine that's burgeoning right now.
I mean, I have a lot of other projects like White. It's more experimental. Gofan have another band called Bird Striking.
The second band called Dead Cradle Death, and we play some electronic, hip hop, dubstep, but very, how to say, very simple.
Monkey have another band called Skip Skip Bam Bam.
The other band, she's from Taiwan. She used to be the singer of Boys and Girls. My other band called Chaos is the first band I played in B22.
I think if I use one word, it will be freedom. We don't have a history of modern music, basically, and we don't have to trap in some kind of rules. So we have total freedom to do whatever we want.